Have you ever rubbed your eyes after a long day, wondering why they feel like sandpaper? Like no amount of blinking can shake that scratchy, tired sensation? If you're over 60, maybe you've chalked it up to just getting older. But what if I told you that dry eyes aren't an inevitable sentence, and that the secret to soothing them might already be sitting in your kitchen? That's right. What you eat could be the difference between gritty, irritated eyes and clear, comfortable vision. Too many of us reach for eye drops or shrug it off. But the real fix isn't in a bottle. It's on your plate. In this video, we're uncovering 5 powerhouse foods that can naturally restore moisture to your eyes, banish that dry eye blues, and even boost your overall eye health as you age. These aren't quick fixes, they're game changers that work from the inside out. Stick with me to the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only know what to eat, but why it works. And trust me, there's a twist you won't see coming that could change how you see aging forever. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you're new here. You won't want to miss this. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. If your eyes feel like they're screaming for relief every time you stare at a screen or step into the wind, this might be your new best friend. Omega-3s, found in goodies like salmon, chia seeds, and walnuts, aren't just trendy health buzzwords. They're essential fats that keep your tear glands humming, reducing inflammation and ensuring your eyes stay slick and comfy. Here's the science in plain English. Your tears aren't just water, they're a delicate mix of oil, water, and mucus. Omega-3s beef up that oily layer, so your tears don't evaporate the second you blink. Studies back this up. People who get enough omega-3s report less redness, less of that something's in my eye irritation, and more all-day comfort. I used to think dry eyes were my fate after 60. I'd squint at my phone, feeling like my lids were glued shut. Then I started eating salmon twice a week. Within a month, that gritty haze lifted. Coincidence? Nope, it's the omega-3s doing their thing. Where do you find them? Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines are gold mines. Not a fish fan? Chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts pack a plant-based punch. Even a fish oil supplement can bridge the gap if you're short. If your eyes feel tired or prickly, this is your starting line. Omega-3s don't just hydrate, they protect your vision for the long haul. Why settle for dry when you can feel refreshed? Next, let's shine a spotlight on vitamin A. Ever notice your eyes get extra cranky in dim light or dry air? That could be a vitamin A shortage at play. This nutrient is like the unsung hero behind your tear film, the thin shield that keeps your eyes moist and happy. Without it, your tears thin out, leaving you with that scratchy, red-eyed misery. The original piece I studied nailed this one, but here's my take. Vitamin A isn't just about moisture. It's about resilience. It keeps the surface of your eyes smooth and tough, warding off damage as you age. I learned this the hard way. My mom, a 67-year-old bookworm, used to complain about her eyes feeling off after reading. She'd blame her glasses, but I noticed she barely ate veggies. I got her hooked on sweet potatoes, loaded with beta-carotene, which turns into vitamin A, and within weeks she said her eyes felt alive again. No more squinting or rubbing. Where to get it? Carrots, sweet potatoes, and spinach are your go-tos. Eggs and dairy work too if you want a direct hit. If your eyes feel raw or sensitive, toss some orange into your diet. It's like giving your tear glands a pep talk. This isn't just about seeing better, it's about feeling better, day in, day out. Number 3 might sound obvious, but it's a game changer. Hydrating foods. Cucumbers, watermelon, celery, think anything that's basically water with a crunch. Dry eyes often start with dehydration. And here's the kicker. After 60, your thirst signals start playing hide and seek. You might not feel parched, but your eyes are begging for a drink. I used to scoff at this. Water's water, right? Then I met my neighbor, Tom, 72, who swore his blurry mornings vanished after he started snacking on watermelon. "It's like my eyes woke up," he told me. Science agrees. Your tear film needs water to stay thick and stable. Hemp on hydration. And it's like running a car without oil. Things grind to a halt. These foods don't just hydrate, they sneak in electrolytes to keep everything balanced. Try cucumbers, 95% water, watermelon, or even bell peppers. Soups and broths count too. If your eyes feel gritty when you wake up or after a long day, this is your low-effort fix. It's not about drowning in water bottles. It's about eating smart to keep your eyes juicy. Who knew a snack could double as eye care? Now let's get fancy with antioxidants, specifically lutein and zeaxanthin. These tongue twisters are like bodyguards for your eyes, fighting off damage from blue light and oxidative stress. Dry eyes aren't just about tears, they're about keeping your glands healthy, and these nutrients are clutch. The original content mentioned this, but I'll dig deeper. Lutein and zeaxanthin hang out in your retina, soaking up harmful light and calming inflammation. Without them, your tear glands take a beating, and dryness creeps in. I saw this with my aunt, Lila, 69, who'd squint at her tablet and groan about dry eyes. I slipped some kale into her salads. Within a month, she was back to binging her shows, no complaints. "It's like my eyes got a tune-up," she said. "Load up on kale, spinach, or eggs. Yolks are key. Bell peppers and pistachios sprinkle in extra. If screen time leaves your eyes fried, this is your shield. These aren't just for moisture. They're for keeping your peepers sharp well into your 80s. Why let stress win when you can eat your way to relief?" Finally, vitamin E. This antioxidant is like a repairman for your tear glands, patching up damage from years of wear and tear. As we age, oxidative stress chips away at those tiny glands, making tears weak and spotty. Vitamin E steps in to protect and restore, keeping your eyes hydrated and calm. I'll get personal here. My dad, 71, used to carry eye drops everywhere. His eyes burned every night. I tossed him a handful of almonds one day, half joking about eye food. 2 weeks later, he ditched the drops. "They don't sting anymore," he said, baffled. Vitamin E's magic is real. It shields cells and boosts tear quality. Studies show it even fights cataracts. So it's a double win. Grab almonds, sunflower seeds, or avocados. A little olive oil in your cooking helps too. If your eyes feel inflamed or tired, this is your secret weapon. It's not about masking dryness, it's about fixing it from the roots. Who needs artificial tears when nature's got your back? All right, let's take a breather and chat about some real people who've lived this stuff. These aren't just random examples. They're the kind of stories that make you think, maybe I could try that too. Story 1, Margaret and her market magic. Margaret's 68, the life of our local farmer's market, with her homemade jams and a laugh you can hear from 3 stalls away. But for years, her eyes were her weak spot. "It's like blinking with sand in there," she'd say, rubbing them raw while chatting up customers. She'd tried every eye drop under the sun. Nothing stuck. One day I caught her mid-wince and tossed out a casual, "Ever tried salmon?" She smirked like I was nuts, but humored me, started grilling it with a little lemon a couple times a week. A month later, she grabbed my sleeve, eyes wide. "I can actually see who's buying my strawberry jam now, no haze." She'd paired it with spinach too, and bam, her dry eye days were toast. Now she's not just selling, she's glowing. And it's got nothing to do with the market lights. Story 2, Paul's watermelon turnaround. Then there's Paul, 74, a retired mechanic who looks like he could still fix your car with one hand tied. Mornings were his enemy, though. Eyes so dry, he'd stumble around, muttering about old age. I'd spot him at the park, squinting hard, and one day I slid him a chunk of watermelon from my lunch. "Try this. Think of it as eye fuel," I said with a grin. He chuckled but kept it up. Watermelon, some cucumber slices, even a celery stick here and there. 3 weeks later, he jogged over, all smirks. I can see the birds in the trees now, no more fuzz. Toss in a few almonds, and his gritty wake-ups are history. He's hooked, and honestly, I get why. These aren't one-offs, they're little wins that could be yours too. Real people, real food, real results. So there you go. 5 foods that can kick dry eyes to the curb. Omega-3s, vitamin A, watery goodies, antioxidants, and vitamin E. This isn't about popping a pill or slapping on a fix. It's about feeding yourself right and letting your body do the rest. The piece I based this on was solid, but I wanted it to hit closer to home. I wanted you to taste that salmon, crunch those almonds, and picture yourself in Margaret's or Paul's shoes. Dry eyes after 60? Not a life sentence, just a nudge to tweak your plate. Here's what stuck with me, and I hope it sticks with you too. 1. Age isn't the boss of you. Dry eyes don't get a free pass just because the calendar flipped. There's something you can tackle. 2. Foods is your superpower. A bite of watermelon or a sprinkle of seeds can outdo any fancy drop if you let it. 3. Your eyes are talking. That scratchy feeling? It's not nagging, it's asking for help. Listen up. And here's the twist I hinted at. This isn't just about seeing better. It's about feeling better. When your eyes aren't fighting you, you walk a little lighter, smile a little easier, notice the world a little more. Aging's not a fade out, it's your chance to shine brighter. And these foods are your backstage crew. So what about you? Which one's calling your name? Salmon, spinach, maybe a juicy cucumber? Got a dry eye win of your own? Spill it in the comments. I love hearing from you, and your stories keep me going. Drop a 5 down there if this clicked for you, or a 0 if it didn't. Either way, I'm listening. Hit like, subscribe, share this with someone who's rubbing their eyes right now. Thanks for sticking around. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.